This message is for someone who is divinely guided. Your soul's purpose, and you feel conviction in this, is to guide, is to lead, is to be, I'm hearing an actor of faith. So leading by example. And some of you want to have children, and that's the way this applies. Some of you want to be creators or collective leaders or guides. Take it how it resonates. But the real message here is that there are things that you are giving your time and energy to that Spirit is really pleading with me here to communicate to you the importance of allowing things to fall to the wayside that are not in alignment with what stirs your heart center, what inspires you essentially, and more so like just things that are good, right? I can see here that Spirit is giving you a lot of really good things. Spirit is giving you a lot of really playful things. And it's not just like, these are things that you can play with. And I'm hearing that you've also taken cues from your spirit team I'm hearing guidance counsel, right? So maybe you're really deep in the work. You've taken cues from them to be playful and to bring in certain practices, and you haven't been able to uphold them because there are things in your life, distractions like the news or, your relationships, people in your life that, require things of you. Those things, they're showing up here as demons, right? They're showing up here as shadowy elements of your current reality. You're being asked to release, right? Right. Sometimes when I start doing readings, I just start burping, and it's a really bizarre thing. Anyways, welcome to The Sacred Gray. My name is Astrid. I'm a psychic oracle and mentor. If you're new here, it's lovely to have you. I'm so happy you're here. Please be sure to subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, share the video. These are all free ways to support a growing channel. I really appreciate you. This feels like a really important message for someone very specific. You have a soul's calling. I'm seeing there's a lot of heavy heart chakra activation that is coming through with this reading, and Spirit is sending you a guide. I don't know if it's in the 3D or if it's a spirit guide. That's not entirely clear. It might be a spirit guide. The cards that I have that are indicating this are runic dice and cat, which definitely feels like a spirit guide. This is from the Green Glyphs Oracle. I also have cards from the Archeo here. It feels like a spirit guide. It feels like they're trying to connect with you. And now I'm getting this message that you caught the attention of a spirit or a guide or it's not an ancestor. This is an ethereal spirit. So there's two messages here. So for some of you, it could go several ways. So for some of you, this is a guide, a spirit guide that you caught the attention of that is new to your cast of guides that you currently work with, to your council. For some of you, this will manifest in the 3D, and for some of you, it's both, right? For some of you, Spirit is sending you additional help in the 3D and in the spirit realm. For some of you, that spiritual guide is coming through in your reality, right? And I'm hearing that this is dependent on how in tune you are with your spirit team. So if you're someone who is they're making this accessible for you. Thank you, Spirit. They're making this accessible for you on whatever path you're on or wherever you're at in life. They're making it more accessible for you so that you can really harness this as you go into this season of your life where you are acting as a very powerful illuminator of other people's strength and will and good fortune, things that come from within people around you, whether you are a collective guide, whether you're a content creator, or this is for your family, if you want to have children, whatever it is, you have this power to draw out what is special and draw out someone's willpower and show it to them and say, look at how great you are, right? It's very Leo energy. And you're being provided assistance, and not just like divine or physical assistance in terms of like, maybe there's a mentor coming in, you're being sent a mentor, or you're being sent a really good friend or companion. It doesn't feel romantic though. I mean, who knows? If you've been calling in a romantic partner, we'll get a little bit deeper, but if you've been calling in a romantic partner, it could be that person. But it's not just that. It's like they're sending you good fortune as well. They're sending you good luck, right? So if you've been seeing 7s or 8s, if you've been seeing your birthday, 222 could also be significant here. One of the distractions, I don't know if I said this already, but one of the distractions for you, it's the news, it's issues in any relationships in your life, but specifically it is family wounds that are coming through as a distraction for you. That's a really big one. And like ancestral karma, things that are not directly in front of you is what Spirit is saying. Things that are not directly in front of you that are not impacting you right now, right? There's, chills. I'm getting chills. There's something about where you're at right now that Spirit wants you to focus on more as we move forward into this new season. I'm hearing host of blessings that Spirit is providing to you. And it's very important during this time as you're receiving these blessings, however they show up for you. It's very important to you on your journey here that you move in a way that is honoring of the present moment. And so something that I share with my collective frequently that is coming up for me here is like, the past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. You only have the present moment. You only have right now, right? This is something that we forget. Like we hear, be here now and whatnot, but it is so true that as we strive to achieve our highest timeline, or as we strive to achieve our goals or manifest our desires, we can get caught up in things that are outside of the present moment when really that is all we have. And so part of this message that's coming through, or that's coming through thus far, is a reminder of exactly that. But another part of it is like, hey, you're going to get there. It is a promise. Spirit is giving me the word promise and guarantee that you're going to get to exactly what you desire in this world, right? Exactly what you desire in this reality. You're going to get there. I want to get hang on, let me see what Spirit. I know you guys can't see what's in front of me, okay? If you want to become a financial supporter to my mission here on this channel and in my work, there are links in the description box. I happily accept donations and tips of all kinds, like so much gratitude. I need to get a second body for my camera, a second camera body, so I can give you a top-down view. That's just the best I can do right now. So I will show you cards, as I can. But yeah, just a little note, just a little tidbit. I'm hyper aware of the fact that you can't see the cards. So I'm trying to determine. Okay, so Spirit wants me to pull a hexagram for you from the I Ching first. This is a very powerful collective that I'm speaking to. It feels like you were meant to move people. It feels like you were meant to create movement. You were meant to, I'm hearing start lives, right? Be it restart lives, facilitate rebirths, or literally like start lives, like bring humans onto this planet. But there's something here that Spirit wants you to activate. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Hang on. This one. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. 27, hexagram number 27. Let's see what we got here. Hexagram number 27. Oh, am I missing a page? No, I'm not. Okay. Oh my God. No. Hexagram number 27, providing nourishment. Above mountain, below thunder. Thunder under the mountain, attend to people's needs. Thunder arouses the populace from complacency and shows them what is most urgently needed. It is important to nourish people with the food they require, taking care to address their concerns. A wise leader will not impose his or her preferences on the people, but rather will listen to their will and endeavor to provide nourishment of both body and spirit. Wow. Yeah. So there's something that, we think about what makes a good leader, right? We think about what, what we want to see in our collective guides, in our collective readers. And there's something here about activating there's a key for you here that Spirit is providing so that you can embody what you needed as a child is what I'm hearing, what you needed in your youth. And I think that's why the family drain is so big here, because you're calling forth your chosen family. I think that some of you, as I stated, some of you might be calling in a romantic partner. People need you. Spirit is saying people need you. And, a message that I got earlier that's coming through now, full body chills, is that, wow. Okay. So a message I got earlier that's coming through now is this offering of a reframing of the idea of inspiration. So if you feel called to create something, no matter what that thing is, right? If you feel called to create, art or music, poetry, song and dance, if you feel called to create videos, content, whatever it is, a family, a relationship, a divine union, you can think about that inspiration as a calling. You can think about that inspiration as a calling from an energy source. So if we understand that this is all energy, we're operating in a collective mind, we're operating in collective energy, we're operating through collective experiences, right? It's like hive mind, right? Then perhaps a source of inspiration or a desire to create something is not just something that is stirred within you. I'm getting so many chills. Something that is stirred within you, just for scuzz, right? Perhaps, and what if you choose to think about it as something that collective that wants to see whatever that thing is calling to you, is calling out for that need, right? Their souls, their hearts, their energies are speaking to you directly. I'm seeing the Ace of Wands to kind of take up your wands, to take up your sword, to take up, whatever it is that you're creating with, and create that thing that they need, right? And some of you struggle with time. I'm hearing I'm late to the party. Some of you struggle with time, like it's been done before, right? Everything has been done before. Spirit is saying that time is a construct that is not really a real thing. There's something here about you're never late. You're always on time, right? And Spirit is asking you to rethink that, because when you think that way, Spirit is saying that there's I'm getting words like divine alignment, divine order, that it comes through at exactly the perfect time. And this is a test of faith for you. Do you believe that? Do you believe in yourself to deliver to the world in perfect time exactly what they need? Ooh, okay. I love this message. So let's get into the tarot a little bit. I want to get a message of... So Spirit is speaking to me. So the first thing that Spirit wants me to illuminate for you with the tarot is a tool that you currently have that you don't see is available to you. What is the tool that this collective currently has that they don't see as being available to them? The Four of Pentacles, your security. These are tangible items that you have. I'm seeing pens and paper. I'm seeing fountain pens specifically. I'm seeing the Inkwell card, which Inkwell from this particular deck, it's the Green Glyphs Oracle. Let me revisit the guidebook really quick. Inkwell. Origin, opportunity, renewal, the unknown. And in reverse, it's held back, avoiding the future, intimidated by the unknown, and unwilling to start. Yeah, so, and that's super interesting because this Four of Pentacles is also, you know, conservation. It's hoarding, it's protecting, right? Ooh, Three of Swords. Yeah, and that's based on what you've already experienced. Right? So what is this? Tell me more about this tool. So it's something that you can speak on that you've already experienced. Four of Swords, your meditation. So fours could be really significant here. Fours also speak to structure, a need for structure, the creation of structure. And so it's something that you might think about or might be revealed to you in a dreamscape, right? It might be revealed to you in a place of solitude or meditation. But it's something that, you know, this tool for you is something that you have that's based on a former experience. The Fool. That's your imagination. That's your willingness. That's your fuck it button. To be honest, that's what I'm getting here. Hang on. More about this tool. Two of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you, you guys have people in your lives who can sustain you, who can help you on this journey. And so, yeah, so this is very foundational. I have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck telling me that, like, you... And like, as if, you know, it isn't clear enough that there is an issue of trust here, collective, that maybe if you were to speak in the way that is true to your heart, that is pursuant of, you know, what you haven't brought into the fold yet, what you know, the unknown, right? If you were pursuant of that thing that, like, maybe you're not sure how it's going to pan out, maybe you're not sure how it's going to be received, or, you know, by your family, by your friends. I'm also hearing by your guides. Some of you feel kind of criticized by your guides, or you feel indebted to your guides or your ancestors. You feel like they're kind of hard on you, and maybe they are. I'm hearing tall orders, high demands. But that itself is a distraction, Spirit is saying, because I'm getting a vision now of of fruit flies. And I'm really thirsty all of a sudden. So there's emotions behind this. You might have been heavily criticized by your family or your peers growing up. You might not have fit in. And so but that is exactly where you can source this energy from, because like the Fool energy here is like, that's that part of you that's saying, like, I'm not really going to care so much about the way I'm perceived. I'm just going to kind of put it out there. And I feel like some of you guys have already kind of done this to an extent, but you haven't put your whole chest into it, right? You haven't like really roared. And now I'm seeing a candle, like a candle flame, kind of like being swept by the wind and kind of being threatening to get put out. And it's like it's been put out before, it's been extinguished before, and you kept relighting it. Okay. So now we have indication of the tool that's available to this collective. What is the Spirit is saying stumbling block? So what is the stumbling block that is in front of this collective right now? What is something I'm hearing practical, tangible? What is in the way? The Devil. Oh, yeah. So this could be food. This could be, you know, a relationship. This is something for some of you. I really do feel like it's food. There's attachments, or like, you know, for me, I struggle with nicotine, right? Like there's attachments to chills with that one. Some of you guys struggle with nicotine. There's attachments to things in your 3D, or even the lack of food, right? The lack of nourishment, the lack of sustenance, right? The lack of proper sustenance. And then getting in your head about those things too. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? How should I be taking care of myself? I feel like for some of you also, there's this story of like, I really wasn't given the proper guidance when I was young. I really wasn't held by my family. And that's probably very true. But how much does that story serve you? What if that weren't true, is what Spirit is saying. What if that weren't true? What if it were actually that you do have everything that you need, and you've always had everything that you need? Like, Spirit is questioning, again, and Spirit is bringing me back to this message that came out in the beginning of like, you choose, you choose your perception, you choose the lesson that you carry forth, and holding that in your current time, right? The story that you're telling yourself in this very moment, right? The lens that you're looking through in this very moment. What do you have right now? If you're watching this video, you have enough to watch the video. You probably have a camera attached to whatever device you're viewing this on. Yeah. Okay, more about this stumbling block, please. Spirit is saying 2 more cards. 2 of Swords. Yeah, and that's part of it too, is like this kind of getting caught between head and heart, and getting caught up in the emotions and the what if and the why and the how, like getting caught up in the, when, where, how, why, blah, 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 and not taking action and just doing, right? There's something about your inspiration that Spirit wants you to take action on. So many chills that Spirit wants you to take action on. And I am getting chills. I also want to point out here, I am getting chills primarily in my legs. So there is something about, and also on my left side. So this is, hang on. This is a need to run. This is a need to take action, but it's also it's that need for structure with the 4s that I said. But it's also a need to give them something to help you with, right? Like, you have to give them action to get behind. And so they're saying you're getting caught up in the process, but you're not taking action. It's like someone who loves to paint might not have a studio until later in their painting career, right? Someone who loves to sing, they just sing, right? They sing on the side of the street. They sing at the BART station or whatever, your transport system is where you're at. But they sing, they just do it because they love it. And you might not have a firm grasp on exactly how much you love whatever it is that you want to pursue, but you know that there's something there that you want to pursue. And just because you weren't doing it as a small child doesn't mean that it's not there. Right? Just because I'm hearing just because you weren't a prodigy. So there's a spirit of comparison being illuminated here. One more card for the stumbling block. What is in this collective's way? It's this one. Thank you, Spirit. The King of Cups. That's that water energy that I'm talking about, your emotions. Perhaps, and then the masculine side where I'm feeling these chills. This is your tendency to get too caught up in the emotions. But also it could be a masculine figure in your family who you feel, living or not, who you feel tethered to or indebted to. This is only for some of you. There might be someone, living or not, who you feel their shadow being cast over you. For some of you, this might not be an ancestor. For some of you, this is just an energy. There's a shadow being cast over you of expectation. I'm hearing hierarchical. So it is like a boss energy, but there's emotions tied to it. So it's like, there's this energy of like being held to a standard that is 1,000% an illusion, right? This is absolutely an illusion. Okay. And then Spirit is asking me to get the blessing of pursuit. What will you gain in this pursuit? Spirit is saying 3 cards. I'm hearing to start. Okay. So three might be significant. 3 of Wands. A blessing is, okay. So being more aware of the tools that you have at hand, it's not like you are truly empty-handed here. You have gifts, you have abilities. You just need to start so that you can familiarize with those things, right? You need to, again, there's action that you need to take so that they can back you up. Okay. And I'm noticing the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. You can't see it because you are suspending yourself from action. What is the blessing? The 9 of Pentacles. Awareness of your tools, but also the ability to use them at your leisure. Thank you, Spirit. Using them at your leisure, using them at your discretion, using them as you feel pulled to, as you feel called to, going at your own pace, having a sense of luxury, having a sense of, I'm hearing nobility, which speaks to purpose. I'm hearing garnering strength, and this is something that you pull out of the people who are impacted by whatever decision you make here, by whatever it is that you create or you pursue. There's something about inspiring people to understand it, and to understand their own worth, to understand their own abilities, to understand their own stories, and then also inspiring them to move into a place where they can take a page out of your book. Thank you, Spirit. And move into a place where they then can create. It's like, a pebble in the water type of energy. It's this thing of like, it's like the butterfly effect. It's like, this small action sends a massive ripple. And then, small actions for you lead to bigger actions. And I'm being called to share this bit of insight of like, your thoughts create your actions, and your actions create your reality. So that's a huge part of this, is like Spirit is saying, what are you thinking about yourself here? What are you telling yourself about where you're at currently? Is it the truth? Is it the truth of where you're at currently? Because where you're at currently, it seems like you got everything you need to get started here, right? Which isn't really much from what I can gather. It's probably a few bucks, or not even that. It's just will, right? And I'm hearing some pushback from this collective. I'm hearing some pushback from you. Some of you feel really emotionally low in regards to whatever this is, right? Some of you feel really defeated. Really, there's a defeatist mentality that I'm picking up here, that for some of you, it's, you've masked it enough. Like you've told yourself like, it's not, but it is actually still very alive in you. And that is, calling me back to this distraction energy. You're distracting yourself. You do have all the tools, and you've even gathered some tools, but your emotions might be getting in the way here. And also the emotions of people around you, what they've told you, and Spirit is saying that's not true. Okay. So one more card for the blessing. One more card for the blessing, please. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Taking your time. Ace of Swords here at the bottom. Taking your time. Okay. So collective, this is so important. The hexagram that came out directly speaks to leadership and your ability to garner will to lead the masses. And it doesn't have to be a lot of people. You take this and you apply it to your life as it fits. But there is something very powerful in you that is really asking you, and it's different. This could be, because I keep hearing the word pivot. It could be very different from what you've done before. That is okay. Spirit is saying that's okay. And I'm being given the word gentleness, the softness. I'm seeing cashmere. I'm seeing pink. I'm seeing white. I'm seeing soft fabrics. Like Spirit is really indicating this need for gentleness and incorporating gentleness into your experience. I sit on this sheepskin, and I have one that's on my bed as well. And I'm just seeing these like really soft fibers, right? I don't have any cashmere, but I love cashmere. And I actually looked into buying some, and it's very expensive. But there's a softness, especially if you have like Scorpio or 8th house placements, like, or Aries placements, or anything like that. Like there's something here that like Spirit is really begging you to incorporate a level of comfort that maybe is not immediately available to you because you didn't realize that that was some of what you were missing. But even if it's just in your imagination, even if it's just in the way that you speak to yourself, yes, like you are being asked to incorporate softness with your relationship to yourself in an effort to bring this forth. Because you deserve that softness. Spirit is saying you deserve that softness. You deserve that joy. You deserve a level of play and abundance that is accessible to you when you pursue this thing. Yeah. You don't know until you try. That's what Spirit is saying. Take the leap. Okay, I hope that you found this insightful. I hope that you found this helpful. Please feel free to email me anytime. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, okay? Take care of yourself.